Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another Manchester United podcast. And for the first time, I can say it's from the summit. Looking down at you little shit clubs. You love to see it. Nicholas Pepe said to his boys. You love to see it. Oh, shit, man. Make sure you drop like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in. I've got the nice, boys. Man. I've got the homies. Long time. We got Aaron and Flo. That's what we're doing, boys.
The view's nice, man. The view's very nice.
Yeah, me. I gotta be a bit wary up here because I'm afraid of heights and that. Innit? I'm not the best at heights. So being at the summit, I'm just being.
If anyone wants to know how it feels like up here, just let me know. I'll send you a picture.
Man. Send me the picture of the site.
I'll send you a picture, bro.
Yeah, listen, have you seen that new rule the Premier League's enforced? I don't know if you guys heard it, just put it in like last night or something. If you're not within 8 points, don't fucking chat to us. Listen, Arsenal Chelsea fans, you guys, you're not within 8 points. Do not chat to us.
Wow.
Okay? You gotta stick with your mid-table battles. We'll worry about Aston Villa and their COVID cases. And you count on your hand how many cases they got, because that's how much flipping points you man's got. Don't worry about it. We're on the top. You stay there. Stay in your blood clot lane. Honestly, God, I've had more hate from Spurs fans, Arsenal fans, and Chelsea fans. Bro,
we don't worry about them. We don't worry about them. If your team's 9th, you get me, don't talk to us. If your team's 11th, don't talk to us, you get what I'm saying? If your team's in a Europa League spot, don't talk to us, you get what I'm saying? If your team's currently struggling to beat Brighton, don't chat to us, you get what I'm saying? I'm not interested. I don't want to hear it and that. You know what I'm saying? You lot worry about getting past Aston Villas and Southamptons and them teams there, innit? That's what you have to worry about. Certain teams level on points with Aston Villa who have 2 games in hand at the minute, but let's not name no names. You know what I'm saying?
Certain team has spent 250 million to be battling for 10th.
Serious and that. You know what I'm saying?
Frankie and that,
man. Super Frankie Lampard, man. Put some respect on his name, man. Super Frankie Lampard.
Dead chance. The same dead chance.
We're top of the league.
Super Frank.
We're top of the league. Top of the league. We're Man United. We're top of the league.
Listen, you're gonna hate us, and I've seen a lot of you guys saying, "Oh, Liverpool don't let us down." Shut up, man. Since when are we Liverpool fans, man? Relax. Man's are making excuses. But listen, Florida, let's just start with a bit of the controversy from yesterday's game. Obviously a lot of people going on social media with like 10 following and screaming to the rooftops regarding, the decisions in VAR in particular. What were your thoughts, man?
So they're talking about the Luke Shaw tackle, I'm guessing. That's where
that
must be the Luke Shaw because we got, of course we're going to be gas Rashid. I've said this from the jump. I am going to ride this till the wheels fall off. Do I believe, all jokes aside, do I believe Manchester United can win this league title? No. But that isn't going to stop me from gassing it up and jumping on the bandwagon. I'm riding this till all the wheels fall off. I don't care if it's one wheel. I'm riding this till it falls apart. You know what I'm saying? Big up ads as well.
Big up ads, man. Yo, sorry, guys. I jumped out quickly because I had to make sure them man down there don't make too much noise because they were
it's calm.
It was getting too noisy. I told them, like, sit down, shut up. We're talking. The big boys are talking right now. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
The big boys. This is big boy talk, bro.
Top of the league. We're Man United. We're top of the league.
Come on, team. Listen, VAR FC, Fernandez FC, whatever you want to call us.
I said it earlier today, nobody can chat to us. Chelsea can't chat to us because Frank's too busy. Frank's too busy calling up Uncle Harry Redknapp to try and make sure he stays in a job. Arsenal can't chat to us because they're 11th. They're in the gulag. City can't chat to us because ever since they got a few peas with the oil money and 57 lawyers that helped them out getting over this ban, they're puffing their chest a little bit. I mean, they can't chat to us. Who else? Liverpool, they're too worried about us getting penalties. Who else?
Leicester.
Leicester, I can kind of.
Leicester fans are quiet, innit? I'm just talking about. If you're 9th, I don't want to hear about you. You get what I'm saying?
Lee Chappie and them, man. They're quiet. They go about their business. They win games, lose games, but they're quiet. All them other teams, don't chat to us, please. Don't.
Yeah, if you're even in the top half, if you're top of the bottom half, I don't want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying?
I said it today. If I have to take out my phone, and I have to scroll to see your team, don't chat to me.
Chat.
Don't chat
You know
to
what I'm
me.
saying? Innit? If your team's not top, I don't want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? That being said, good evening to everybody who's watching whose team is currently top of the Premier League. Just want to get that in there, innit? Just want to get that in there.
Listen, obviously, we didn't mention Spurs there because they're completely irrelevant. I don't know why their fans are piping up. Like, you man's up 1-0 since.
You know what? I even forgot about Spurs, you know. I even
they
forgot they
existed
existed.
Since World War II, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why their fans are but honestly, God, if we can get this person, we got Jones and trophy. Just relax, man. He's going to be toxic. You mans will be back in the gutter in a couple of months. Don't worry about it, man, with that dead-ass football. But listen, let's talk about...
it's facts. Just on the Spurs thing, that man ain't won a major trophy since, you get me, the black and white. You get me? It was black and white TV.
I think
we weren't born.
I might have been in primary school last time they won a fucking trophy. Bloody hell.
I'm just talking major trophies. Yeah, they picked up a Worthington Cup, but that was it.
I wasn't even born, man. I wasn't even born last time you mans won the trophy, and I was like fucking beard. Big man with the beard. I wasn't even born, you know.
Flipping out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not see you dead to win anything, but you know,
mad thing, bro.
Like we said, 8 points of flipping above. Listen, we're locking it off. You mans can't talk to us. You got to stay in your lane. Talk to Aston Villa and them man down there. But listen, let's talk about Paul Lepile Pogba.
Hey, you already know, man.
Most. Aaron, we'll start with you, bro, man. Come on. Man's been calling the virus. To be fair, I've seen you, right, defending Pogba on the timeline a lot. And the amount of people that were giving you shit, I think we were both getting a lot. I was getting shitloads of shit as well. It's all good, though, because mans are smiling now. Mans are back with all Pogba's brothers. Where is this Pogba been for 4 years? All right, come on, man. What is this nonsense?
He's always been there, bro. That Pogba's always been there, in my opinion. It's just that, you know, on both ends, there's been a few problems. Inconsistencies from his side, but also false promises from the club. Do you know what I mean? When you come into a new club, you want to work with the best possible players. You want your colleagues to be the best possible players. If I'm applying for a new job, the manager's going to make sure that, you know, my keyboard is in the best conditions, my screen is in the best conditions, my laptop and all these things are in the best conditions. You're not going to welcome me into your company, and flipping hand me a Windows 98 and say, here you go, Aaron, work with that. You're not going to do that. You're going to give me the latest version of the software. If it's a Microsoft, you're going to give me I don't know what the latest is, because that man don't really work with Microsoft like that.
Yeah, it's all right. Keep going. We get the point.
Yeah, we get the point.
You get the point. Do you know what I mean? If it's a Mac, you're going to make sure it's the latest version. If it's a MacBook or an iMac, you know what I mean? You're not going to give me an iMac from flipping the 2000s and that, the bricks. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to give me that. So I think the club failed to provide Pogba with the best possible players for them to thrive as a team. They just kind of went, you come here, we'll dip you into the team. You just do your magic like you did at Juve. Don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So, but even with that, he came in, they just told him to do what he did at Juve, and he still excels. Like, he finished top scorer in the season 18-19, finished top scorer, top in assists. Everyone's seen that stat, top running, top tackling, top everything.
Topped everything in that.
Topped everything. And I've always said, for both parties, Pogba and Manchester United is both. It's best if they part ways, okay? And this is coming from a huge Pogba fan. It's best if they part ways, right? But I've always said, after the abuse he got, when we finished that season, and he finished top in everything, and he still got abused, like we've all seen the footages and stuff. If I'm him at that moment, I'm calling Mino and I'm saying I want out. Because nobody deserves this. This could have been Rashford, it could have been Martial, it could have been anyone from our team, Imagine finishing top scorer, top assist, top everything. Last game of the season, okay, you lost the game. Everyone was pissed off. I was there, Cardiff as well. They were pretty much relegated already, and you're losing 2-0 to them at home. It's not a great feeling. I understand. But to abuse your best player, nah. If I'm him at that moment, I'm going to the board, and I'm saying, listen, I know I shouldn't be that sentimental and I shouldn't let this get under my skin, but these fans don't deserve shit, bro. Do you know what I mean? I would have said that. I would have said that.
But they treat him like absolute dog shit.
But this is what people don't get. His love for Manchester United, made him stay. Like, the guy actually stayed. Yes, he wanted out, but when he realized that there wasn't a way out possible for him, he said, okay, cool. I'm going to get stuck in. I'm going to shut my mouth. He went on pre-season tour, trained well, played all the friendlies, came back, got stuck in the season straight away. Like, you didn't hear nothing from him. Do you know what I mean? Meanwhile, you've got other players leaking out confidential information to try and prove that they're faster than Luke Shaw and that. Do you know what I mean? He didn't do none of that.
Yeah,
he didn't do because you know
it was Lukaku, isn't it? That?
Yeah, because Usmaan, like in this modern footballing world, footballers are divas. You don't give them what they want. They start throwing the toys at their pram. You know what I mean? Pogba could have easily went, what? I'm not getting my move. All right, I'm not training. All right, not playing.
He could have.
He could have.
Like certain man's captain went on strike just to leave, a certain legend of the club left and then took their shirt off and dashed it, and then obviously revealed the other shirt on the knee.
Pogba literally could have went, I'm not getting my move. Cool, I'm not training. He could have done that. He could have gone on strike like so many players do to force a move, but he didn't. He shut his mouth, trained, played. But that's a story for another day. So people need to give him credit for that, and not just buy into what the media's talking about, his hair, his dancing, because now nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a damn.
They're
going to top of the league
because he's performing. He can dance now. Like that's a flipping indicate. What man's not allowed to be happy with? They're fucking not playing well in your eyes. What kind of?
Do you know what I mean? And honestly, I think people just expect too much from him because he did wonders at Juve, but forget that it's a different league. It's a different football. He played with different teammates. He played with legends of the game, Pirlo, Marquisio. Do you know what I mean? We don't have no Pirlo. We don't have no Marquisio. We don't have no. We don't have no Vidal. There you go, Flawless. We don't have no Bonucci and flipping Chiellini behind the Pogba. We don't have that.
Yeah, was ugly as well, man.
Do you know what I mean? The guy had leaders to help him be what he is today at Juve. Do you know what I mean? He had people to help him. I mean, he had guys like Tevez around him. Do you know what I mean? Those are established footballers in the game, like experienced players. He came to Manchester United, and the only experienced players that he had when he first came into the first season was Zlatan, Carrick, Rooney, Mata was there already.
Yeah, Mata, yeah. Herrera, De Gea maybe?
Arguably. But proper experienced players in the game. Those that I just named. So he all of a sudden had to be the man. When at Juve, he wasn't the man.
Yeah.
Yes, he was banging it in from 30, 40 yards, but that was occasionally. Like, people thought he was doing this every week. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't. So I think the expectations were too high. But like I said, now he's performing, everyone's happy, and this is what we want to see. If he leaves at the end of the season, fair enough. But if he can leave with a trophy, that's even better. Do you know what I mean? So for me, man, the Pogba that we know before he came has always been there. It's just that there's been, problems on both sides.
Listen, I don't think you could have worded it better. I completely agree with everything you just said there. In terms of the first and foremost, the expectation are way too high on a very young lad. I think people completely disregard the leadership aspect, like you mentioned there, rightly so as well. He's coming to a team where practically legends with the likes of Pirlo, Marquisio, legends of the game really in Italy, and he's coming to a team that was not only dysfunctional, but there was no one there to lead the pack. Zlatan was the only real leader, carrying. Probably leads more with his performances, such as Rooney does.
Rooney was declining, bro. Rooney
was in huge decline. And then obviously them three left, and then it's just him practically. But De Gea was the only Mata as well, I suppose. There. But you'd probably say De Gea was probably the only other potential leader there, really. And we've noticed that with Bruno Fernandes coming in, as you mentioned, players having to. He was playing with dog shit basically before. The likes of Pereira. I love Jesse Lingard, so I'm not going to say nothing negative about him. But the caliber player was not there prior. You've got Bruno Fernandes coming. He's kind of taking that burden off him slightly in terms of leadership, and he's really motivated the rest of the team. You've got Cavani as well, big time player. The guy's been around the block as well, and his sort of interception within the team has massively gone under the radar, really, because Cavani in training, I can imagine, is a professional as well. Him and Mata as well doing their thing. But listen, Flawless, just from the other perspective, got a couple of comments here from Brendan in particular, saying, put on screen actually, regardless of what Manchester United did or did not do, Pogba still has a responsibility to give it everything he has got. Can we say he's always given 100%, or was he misunderstood?
I would say he always gave 100%. But what people can't seem to make the difference between is when Pogba's not playing well, automatically that's not him that's him not giving 100%. Whereas you can be given 100% and not play well. Like people don't understand that you can be a great player and have a bad game. The same way bad players can have great games. We've seen Jesse Lingard, who you just spoke about there. Remember in that rich vein of form that he had? There was that one season he had when he was Lionel Jesse for real. In that.
Yeah.
Emirates. Like if you go look up his numbers and look at him from that season, that's a good player having great performances, but then we've seen him decline because that's not his level. So I think people can't make the difference with Pogba. As soon as he plays a poor game, there's always another excuse. It's his hair. He's not concentrating. He's a virus. He dances too much. He doesn't want to be here. Blah, blah, blah. Rather than when Bruno has a bad game. Bruno wasn't good yesterday. Yeah. No one's talking about Bruno. We've seen Rashford, who's a quality player, have bad games. Martial, Cavani, all these type of players. Bailly, we've seen all top, minus Messi and Ronaldo, we've seen all top quality players over the past 10 years have bad games. Yeah. Strikers go on goal droughts, etc. So Pogba, it's just the circus that goes with him. I had someone tweet me today. Shout out Terry from the Football Terrace, who said Pogba's form is a big reason why Manchester United have been so good recently. And I said this on Mandem United before the Burnley game. Since Raiola's comments, Pogba's form has been very good.
He's been top three.
He's been very good. Yes, he's been top three. But because that doesn't fit the narrative, no one's mentioning it. Because had Raiola's comments happened and Pogba's playing bad, the reason why Pogba's playing bad is because of Raiola's comments, and he doesn't want to be here. But when he's playing well, after Raiola's comments, is silence. You know what I'm saying? We want to give credit to Ollie for that. And true, I give Ollie credit for the way he's handled the situation, because he could have easily tried to freeze him out, sell him, blah, 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 all this nonsense. But even Ollie figured it out, like, no, this guy is needed in this side. And I've said this before, and I say this again. When Pogba plays well, Manchester United play well. This is why he's one of our most important players. Yes, so is Bruno. I put him and Bruno in the same bracket. When Bruno plays well, normally United win. When Pogba plays well, normally Manchester United win. Yes, we have other pieces and bits and pieces of players who can add to that. But Pogba's a top quality baller. And like I said, people want to criticize him when he's playing badly. Cool. My thing is keep the same energy. When he's playing well, give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? I had someone tweet me today and say, oh, he's only playing well because he wants to move. I said, I don't care.
I've seen that as well. I've seen that a lot,
I've seen that. I'm like, you lot want everything. You lot want him to play well. I want to be here and him to kiss the badge and all this type of thing.
They want him to rip his shirt from here, right? Where his chest is, and then to have a tattoo of my United badge there, and then kiss it as well, and then potentially he might be the right man.
Yeah, that's it. But I'm not fussed about all the extra stuff. This is why I never get involved in it. If people want to criticize Paul Pogba, criticize Pogba, the football player, what he does on the pitch. Don't tell me what he's doing off the pitch. As long as he's not harming his body, you know, drinking and smoking like certain other players, which we won't go into, I'm not fussed what you do off the pitch. He's played very well recently, and he was a match winner yesterday. So give him the credit. You know what I'm saying? And that. He did boss it yesterday. But he's been good recently. I can't wax lyrical enough and how happy I am. You get me? What happened to get him out of the club? He's a virus. He doesn't want to be here. Now all them people are celebrating.
He ran that game as well. Not just on the ball, but off the ball. This guy was everywhere, man.
Yeah.
And like you kind of mentioned Ollie in there briefly. Like, Aaron, what are your thoughts on Ollie and his sort of role within? I listen, look, Pogba's been brilliant for me for most parts of his sort of tenure at Man United. Although, as you mentioned, a lot of fans don't see that for whatever reason. But in terms of what Ollie's done since those comments, as Flores rightly said, he could have quite easily frozen him out. We don't know what the conversation has been behind closed doors. It could have quite easily been, listen, play your best football for me, which you're capable of doing, and you can go with my blessing at the end of the season. I'll be happy for you to go. We don't really know what's happened, but how important has Ollie been within that sort of situation?
He has been important in that, because like I stated, and like you just stated there again, he could have easily folded under pressure, frozen him out, and that would have got half the fan base probably on side.
Yeah, true.
Because that's what a lot of our fans wanted. A lot of our fans want him gone. There's probably fans now who still want him gone. So that goes to show how much he divides opinion. But hey, props to Ollie. He kept playing him. He's getting the best out of him, and the results are matching it. Hey, I'm not Ollie's fan. I don't think he's good enough, but give him credit for the way he's handled the Pogba situation. Because had he had frozen Paul Pogba out, I'd be the first one to criticize him. Therefore, I have to give him praise for playing him. But it makes sense to play your better players. To me, he's the most talented and best player we have. It's up for discussion, whatever you can debate it. But if he's not top one, he's definitely top three. So you play him. You hear me? And you figure out how to get. What I like, what's happened recently with Pogba is we're seeing him higher up the pitch. We've seen it yesterday for him scoring a goal. We've seen it against Villa. I don't want him playing deep and picking up the ball off Maguire and Bailly or Lindelof or whoever's, or picking up the ball off De Gea. Get him up the pitch. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he can spray long balls from deep, but his touch map and his heat map, he should be in the final third. That's where I want him getting into the box. You know what I'm saying? He's good area. Get him in the box. Yeah, I mean, let him do his flicks and tricks in the final third. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. You have a DM and a Bruno next to him who are full of energy. So yeah, man, props to Ollie for the way he's handled the Pogba situation perfectly. You couldn't have done any better.
I was about to say, look, I think that was the issue in the first half. I'm not going to sit here and say we were brilliant against Burnley because I don't think we were.
No, we weren't.
The first half, we were shocking. Not like because obviously we need to get the 3 points. But the first half, the issue for me, I don't know what you think, Aaron, was Pogba was too deep. He was practically sat next to Matic against a team that was parking the bus. And I was losing my shit because I just don't understand the logic, right? Of playing two sort of... I know Pogba's not a DM and he plays in a double pivot. He's meant to run past the ball, but he did not run past the ball once in the whole entire first half. I think there was an incident in the second half when he was stood next to Bruno, when Bruno had the ball about 50 yards out. And Bruno was like, run. Like, as he run forward, you're allowed to go forward. You don't need to stand next to me. And then after that, I think Pogba was like, okay, let me get further forward. And he scored against West Ham as well. He won the penalty against Aston Villa in the box. Every time he's gone forward, man, we look like we're going to score because he's so difficult to defend against. You saw when Ollie first got the job as well, Pogba further up, it was literally unplayable in moments. Like, do you think that's the key, Aaron? Like, obviously, I'm not saying against Liverpool, but against the lesser teams, you've got to play him and Bruno on 8, surely.
Yeah, definitely, man. We've seen... Whenever Pogba plays whenever he plays more forward, something happens, man. Like, he's creative, he can finish, he can pass. Do you know what I mean? He can do all these things. So I understand why he's being played deep, because if we're talking about players, that know how to ping the ball 30, 40 yards into different areas, he can do that. Only he can do that. Matic can't do it properly, but somebody can't do it properly.
Aaron, I think you've got that wrong, actually. Because Jordan Henderson can do it as well because he's better, remember? So.
You petty, fam. That's petty.
That's very petty.
That's petty, man.
Yesterday was like, yeah, Jordan Henderson could never.
That's very petty. But I understand why he's being played deep, but I just want to see him more up front because when he's playing more in a more advanced role, he's just deadly, bro. He's completely deadly. He's so dangerous, man. And we seen it yesterday. You put a nice cross to him, a nice pass outside the box or just around the box. He's gonna score. Do you know what I mean? We've seen it against West Ham. Pass from Bruno just outside the box.
The West Ham, I forgot about the West Ham one.
Beautiful goal. So he can do all these things. So you have to put him in those positions. So yeah, man, I would like to see that a bit more. I'd like to see that a bit more.
Jerry's just corrected, but obviously I just said that I don't think you can do against Liverpool. What do you reckon? Can he play Pogba in an 8 against Liverpool? Do you think that's
absolutely?
Let's go, Aaron, man. Yes,
absolutely, man.
Yes, he can. Of course, he can. Exactly, man.
It'd be stupid to bench Pogba against Liverpool. It would be absolutely.
I wouldn't bench him. I personally wouldn't bench him.
Do you know what I mean? But play him in the 8, bro, because really and truly, who in that midfield do we have to be afraid of?
That's true as well. That is a very good point. I think the reason I said that was because, like, for me personally, away to Liverpool at Anfield, I really just want to get a draw out of that game. But obviously, the win would be next level. But
I'm going for the win, bro. I want another win, bro.
Bro, if we beat them, if just know now, right? If we beat you, Liverpool scum, you man need to go back in your cave. Not the one that you've been in for 30 years.
Listen,
go back into it. Because we're going to be we're not going to be pleasant, I'm telling you.
But we're unbearable now. We're unbearable now.
Exactly. I'm going to have to jump, yeah?
Yes. Aaron, thank you, bro.
Nice one, man.
Yes.
Love
Please show Aaron love on his socials as well. Obviously, we'll be down below. Myself and Flawless will continue the show.
Yeah, man.
Get comments in.
Keep the show rolling, man. We here.
The show must go on.
The show must go on, as I always tweet. The show must go on.
Let's talk about another man who's just as important for me personally. You probably know I'm going to say Eric, King Eric or Prince Eric, whatever man want to call it. This guy here, I love this man with all my fucking being. I love him. How important is Bailly, man? Like, come on.
Extremely, extremely vital to any title aspirations Manchester United have fall on Eric Bailly staying fit. Eric Bailly, not only does he improve our defense overall, he's a better partner for Harry Maguire also, and he makes Harry Maguire better. Defensively, yesterday, no one's talking about it because Burnley was so poor. Defensively, we were solid yesterday. Yeah. Burnley didn't have a shot on target. For all Burnley being poor, people always talk about Barnes and Wood and their way of playing and how it's difficult to play against, which it is. We dealt with it very comfortably. Not a shot on target. What would the odds have been at the bookies on that? So you have to give Bailly, Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, De Gea, Matic as well, who I thought played well. give them all credit, because if we were defensively terrible against Burnley and Burnley had 10 shots and 9 on target, where me and you are having a different conversation. Social media is talking about how bad Maguire is and how he's not worth 80 mil and how he's not worth it. He's not good enough to be the captain of Manchester United, etc. So yeah, Eric Bailly, quality. I just pray he can stay fit, because he is key to success for us this season. Do I believe we can win the league? No. But Bailly could be key to us winning a Europa League, winning an FA Cup, finishing second in the league. Or hopefully I'm wrong and we do manage to win the league.
Yes, come on, happening.
I just don't see it.
Existence, man.
I just can't. Go on.
I was thinking about it earlier, and it just feels weird that we're here. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, how have we really been our best at the moment? Like half of our players, like Martial's barely scored a goal. Like I think he's on 2 goals. Greenwood's barely scored. Rashford's been the only one who's really scored. Cavani's not really scored either. It's basically Rashford and Bruno in terms of goals at the moment. But in terms of Bailly, look, I seen a stat. I don't know if it's factual. I just seen it on Twitter, so you take it with a pinch of salt. But Maguire and Bailly together, as I said about Puncher, I think they played like 14 games and they got like 10 or 11 clean sheets.
Something like that. I
don't know if someone's going to say to me, well, one of those games was 6-1 against Spurs. And so don't get me wrong, obviously they had an absolute mare that game. But as you mentioned, like for me personally, Bailly is making Maguire better, man. That game did suit Maguire yesterday, don't get me wrong, of course, aerial battles, that kind of thing. Yeah. But Maguire, as Saeed was saying, he was Beckenbauer-esque yesterday. He scored as well. I don't know what that sort of decision was about, man. What were your thoughts on that decision? Do you think it was
because we was watching on the watch along, so we was watching it with the sound down. So at first I'm thinking that can't be a foul. I'm thinking it's offside. That's my first thought. So we're debating and they're like, foul. I'm like, no. One, that's a very good header by Maguire, because that's not an easy finish. Like, if he misses that, no one's saying it's a clear-cut chance he should have scored. And we want to see more from him like that. Like, you're aerially, we know you're good. We want to see more of you from that. Good delivery from Shaw as well, who crossed it in. Never a foul. Never in a million years is that a foul. We should have been 1-0 up there. The tackle on Cavani, we should have...
It got pulled back for Shaw's tackle. What were your thoughts? Because I've had so many people tell me it's a red card. Obviously,
it's not a red card.
A rival fan tears, in it. You know it is, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Rival fan tears, in it. Yeah, me, and they tears below. You know what I'm saying? Man? Rival fan tears below when they can't see you.
Man in tiers 11 and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You man are hella tier 11, tier 9s and that. That's you lot. Shit, Europa League settings for you lot.
Now, I thought I understood the show when I can see why it's a foul, but it's never a red card. Like for me personally, I think that is just ridiculous.
Yellow cards there. Because just because of the follow through, but yes, if you watch it, he won the ball first. The follow through is all right, a yellow card, but he's not out of control. I can't really say it's dangerous. I can't say it's reckless. So therefore, that's what referees go off with red cards. They say, are you out of control? Is it reckless? Is it dangerous? I don't think it's any of those 3 things. Football's a contact sport. These things are going to happen. I think a yellow card, I can understand. He won the ball first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. To be honest with you, I can see why it was a foul, but I kind of want you to play on, man. Because he got the ball. It's like that kind of tackle has been completely removed from the game. I know he followed through and got the guy, but he gets the ball, and obviously, they should have the red card afterwards. But coming back to our defense, actually, you kind of mentioned it, and obviously Aaron kind of spoke about it briefly. Let's talk about the fullbacks. Obviously, Bailly and Maguire were fantastic yesterday. But what were your thoughts on the fullback? For me personally, Wan-Bissaka still looks very poor going forward. Defensively, I don't really remember him doing much yesterday. Like, what were your thoughts on both fullbacks?
That's Wan-Bissaka in terms of not remembering him do much defensively, because he just goes about his job quietly. Unless it's like a sliding tackle, but Burnley don't really have them type of players, if I remember correctly. Wingers, they don't have a St. Maximum or Sterling, who's a tricky winger, and Wan-Bissaka is going to have to slide in. There, get the ball out wide to McNeil, cross it in. You know what I'm saying? Just so many long balls, crosses from wide. That is typical Burnley. But Wan-Bissaka defensively went about his business perfectly. He didn't, because we know aerially sometimes he struggles. So he was fine in that. He was fine in that aspect. So defensively, Wan-Bissaka, give him his credit. Going forward, yes, he does need to improve. But one thing I will say about him, he has nobody to build off. He's literally, JV says this all the time, he's literally on that right wing by himself.
That's the problem, because Rashford was playing right wing. It looks like that might be a permanent fixture.
That might help. That might help. If Rashford's there, at least he's got someone. If as soon as Wan-Bissaka picks with the ball, he should have at least two options inside, and he should have one forward and maybe the striker on one forward, an easy pass on to Rashford. But normally we've had Juan Mata playing out there, Greenwood playing out there. So neither of those two are really wingers. They're both going to drift inside. So maybe Rashford getting chalk on his boots, it will help Wan-Bissaka. Because people don't understand is Wan-Bissaka picks up the ball. Man has to beat at least one player or two players and then cross the ball in. It's like that don't happen. If you look at Trent, he gets the ball and whips it. You don't see Trent going past, man. I know a Liverpool fan will probably say, yeah, he's got this many takes.
He doesn't really, actually. That's a good point. He barely ever takes anyone on.
He don't take anyone on. He gets the ball from deep and crosses it in because Salah's normally occupying spaces, but that comes to formations and systems and things of that nature. They lay it back to Trent whips it in. You know what I'm saying? They lay it back to Robertson whips it in. Yeah.
They're just crossing, inshallah, that team. And I mean, Liverpool, they're tactics. To be fair, they could do with Peter Crouch in their team or someone of that ilk.
They could, man, innit? They could do with Barnes or Wood. You know what I'm saying? Barnes or Wood, you get me?
Allow Salah, man, and put them man on the bench.
Man, put them man on the bench for Barnes and Wood. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, let's talk about Luke Shaw as well, because obviously we spoke about Wan-Bissaka just before. God, so I hear your point. I do feel sorry for Wan-Bissaka a bit, actually, because he's still quite a young lad.
Yeah,
and as you mentioned
as well. Yeah. It's one of them.
He's very young, but he's like 22, like at least 22.
21. So people,
that's 21.
I think he's 21, 22. That's why I don't get on this case, because people act like he's 28, 29. If he's 28, 29 at this level, I'm like, all right, we need to look further. But the fact is, he's 21, 22. He can get better. People act like this is him at his final form. Like, you can train. Nobody is I don't know if it's because of Mbappe or Greenwoods and players like that people think players are the complete article at 22. I just want to put it out there. Most players are not their best at 22, 23 years old. They can get better when we see them improve. Defensively, sound. We just need to improve him going forward. JV again, Charles, my bro, JV made a great point. He said, Wan-Bissaka is a good cross away from being better than Gary Neville. That's it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, he got an assist for Martial, didn't he?
This is it.
Against Villa. And I do think the movement in the box needs to be better, though. You know, we can speak about the crossing all we want, but the movement's not being, apart from Cavani, of course. But
Cavani's quality.
Minus Cavani, Martial, Rashford in particular, I don't know how many times I see him get caught flat-footed. He's not expecting the ball to come to him half the game. Like, the amount of time that people pass it to him, he's just not anticipating it. And I think that's the problem at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably one of them with the crossing because, again, the crossing's been poor. He might not expect it to get to him. And then when it lands, it's there, but then he'll make a movement. Because I see Martial make great movement and then sometimes the ball doesn't come. So it's a catch-22 for both. But yes, Wan-Bissaka, there's room for improvement. Like, people have written him off already. I'm not writing him off because to me, he's got half of it right. He just needs to learn how to cross. And you don't even need to get that much better on the ball. He needs to get a little bit better in terms of just his passing and stuff like that. I'm not asking him to be a Trent. You know what I'm saying? People want him to be technically as good as Pirlo. Like, I'm not interested in that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, to be honest, we don't want a Trent anyways. Man sat in second, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't want that. We want we top
of the league. 3 games and then you man's relaxing there, calm yourselves down in there. Best team in recent generations, piss off. You're dead. One injury flawless and the best team in the world has capitulated, believe it or not. One defender injured, man. Madness.
One defender, is defender. But yeah, on Luke Shaw, like he was saying, he's been bad this season.
Bro, his crossing's been impressive.
He's been bad this season. If I remember Everton, he played well. He set up one of the goals.
Yeah, he got an assist for Bruno.
The penalty away at PSG, if I remember correctly, it was his pass into Martial when he drove forward. He drove forward and he played a good pass in. So he's been better. Yes, he was at fault for me for the City goal against Stones, but that is Shaw. But overall, Shaw's been better defensively and been better going forward. Even the cross from Maguire that we spoke about. Yeah. That's Luke Shaw. So competition, though. We've seen it with Brandon Williams. When Brandon Williams came in, Luke Shaw played better. Definitely. Now Tellers is here. Luke Shaw's playing better. And that's why maybe he's one of those players who needs competition for places. But yeah, Luke Shaw has been better this season. And he played well yesterday.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Obviously, you kind of mentioned competition. I completely agree with that point. I think that's the reason a lot of our players have kind of stepped up. I suppose with Wan-Bissaka, he probably just need that competition as well. Brandon Williams hasn't really done it in that sense. But regarding Luke Shaw, like for me personally, it's been his crossing that's been his letdown. Defensively, he's decent. I wouldn't say he's spectacular. Most parts he does the job, so to speak. Going forward, man, he needs to do more for me personally. I thought yesterday he was okay. Again, I think people are getting a bit carried away. I thought he had a good game. I heard someone say he was better than like Matic and stuff. I don't know what game people watch, but it is what it is, isn't it? We got the special one here. Relax a bit. Saying, "Where are the Ollie outs? Ha 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 ha."
Don't get it mistaken. We're still here. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm enjoying my team being the top of the league and that.
We're still here, brother. We're still here. Listen, regarding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, just very brief. I kind of know what you're going to say anyways, because you're very respectful when it comes to Ole. Obviously, some people say what they want to say. For me personally, it's very straightforward. If he wins the league, obviously I couldn't give two shits. I'll happily sit here and say I was wrong about Ole. Yes. People think we got pride. Listen, anything to beat Liverpool, I couldn't give it two shits if Ole wins it.
I couldn't give 28 shits about all of that. People who were like, "Oh, if Ole wins the league, you can't celebrate." Yo, I'm gonna be. That would be the day I probably do a 24-hour live stream. I would do a 24-hour celebration party.
I'm gonna be stood at OT. I don't care. I don't care if we're tier 7. I'm on that parade. I'll go on the bus if I have to, mate. No social distancing, man. 100%, but I'll be right at the front, man.
Yeah, you care about all that.
Yeah, no, I was about to say regarding Ole, look, it's very straightforward. We want him to succeed. We just don't think he's the man to do that. If he does it, then by all means, happily, I'll say I'm wrong. Let's move on just briefly. Obviously, I kind of want to touch on some of the transfer news, and then we'll finish on just a quick chat on your thoughts for the Liverpool game. Forster Mensah gone to Bayer Leverkusen, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Leverkusen, yeah.
Listen, for me personally, I'm happy he's gone, first and foremost, right? But I've always believed in his talent. We've never seen it because of his injuries. Like, what are your thoughts on him finally departing?
That's it, man. He's been ravaged by injuries, whether it was here at Manchester United, whether when he went on loan to Fulham, if I remember correctly, he went on loan to Crystal Palace also. Because I remember when he burst onto the scene under Van Gaal, and he played very well. He played as a fullback. And I was thinking, where have you been and why have you not been playing? And then he kind of got injured. And then Van Gaal obviously left. Mourinho didn't play him. And then even when we seen him under Ole, I'm expecting more. I'm like, all right, we got Fosu Mensah, and we never really seen it that form again. So obviously it goes to show how important systems and things of that nature can be. Because under Van Gaal, he looked like a different player. I hope he gets fit and stays healthy, because I do believe there is still a player in there. And Leverkusen, the German league, seems to be the place players go and revive themselves. We've seen it happen with Sancho. Jude Bellingham went there. Chung looks like a player over there at Werder Bremen. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he goes there and he is successful in it. I can't say I'm sad to see him go. I'm just sad how it's worked out. But I don't think he is for us. So people have spoke about him playing in the DM role, maybe. But it is what it is. So yeah, man, unfortunate. But United get the money, move on. And hopefully he is successful over there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with what you said, and I echo that sentiment. Look, at the end of the day, we had to get rid of him. Ole's done the right thing for me. We had to remove him from the team. We just don't need those players in there. He's been playing right back, and he's been worse than practically every right back I've seen in the last 5 years.
He's not right back.
He can't play right back. God bless him. I think obviously CDM probably is his position, but then again, I've literally never seen him playing CDM, so I can't really even vouch for that. Another person on the way out potentially. We mentioned him earlier, Messi Lingard. Apparently on loan to Nice. That's how you pronounce it. What are your thoughts on that one?
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, it's not set in stone, but it seems like it could happen, basically. What do you reckon about that one?
I heard Inter Milan. That's what it is. I heard Inter Milan.
Well, Inter Milan want everyone out of our team. If they want, I'm trying to think. Well, if you want Phil Jones, you can take him. Him and Smalling would be good together. Obviously, he's that Romo one, but yeah, take Phil Jones. Him and Smalling can have a bit of a rivalry within the Italian league, man. You man's listen, ping booze, ping Karl, man. He can fit right in with you brothers. But yeah, no, obviously he's gonna leave it the way there. What do you reckon? Do you think it's time for Lingard to move on as well?
This one is a sad one for me, because I've said before about Lionel Jesse. I think people they over criticize him. I think they're too heavy with their criticism of him. Should he be playing week in, week out for Manchester United? No. Could he be a good and effective squad player? Yes. And we've seen him be a good and effective squad player. What's happened with Lingard is the same mismanagement that we've seen with McTominay, and why McTominay is now getting so much criticism. Them two are squad players, but because they've been played and are now playing with McTominay as first teamers, the fan base is judging them as first teamers. And the fact we're judging them as first teamers, they're not hitting that mark because they don't have that quality. To me, Lingard is a squad player. No one can't tell me Lingard's not a better player than Dan James.
I'm a bit disappointed he's not being used this season. I've got to be honest.
If you're gonna play
for 30 minutes, come on, man. Surely he can make.
He's better than Dan James. Yeah, definitely. He's technically sound. Can pop the ball off. Yes, obviously he hadn't scored in a long time, but he can come up with a goal occasionally. People forget confidence is low as well. And I do know as well, he had a lot of off the field situations going on. He had a lot off the field, and people gotta understand like that can affect you. You know what I'm saying? If it's your woman, wife, or family, like if those things are happening, of course it can affect your confidence and your ability on the pitch. So yeah, I would be sad to see him go. If he left, though, I understand why he would want to leave, why United would want to sell him. But to me, he should be backup and used as a squad player.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. No, I don't even think first backup. I think after that. You know what I'm saying? He should be ahead of Dan James, though.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, what does Dan James offer apart from running into brick walls, man? Honest to God. Listen, regarding, you've made a good point here regarding McTominay, and to be honest, I wasn't going to mention it, but
it's cool, man. Show must go on. Let's go, Usmaan, man. Let's go.
No, but regarding McTominay, man, listen, he's been getting a lot of shit of late, right? On certain platforms, and just on general, like, you've hit the nail on the head. He's a squad player. Like, people are saying he's not good enough for Manchester United, and he shouldn't captain, and all these other factors, which is completely irrelevant, captaining some dead rubber game against Watford. But a lot of people saying he shouldn't be in the team, like, he's not good enough. You need players like Jesse Lingard and McTominay who will come in 20, 30-minute cameos. If he's starting week in, week out, you got to look at the manager, because at the end of the day, he's picking him. And if you don't think he's good enough, well, why is Oli picking him? Because you've got other players that can play in that position. You could make a case that Van de Beek can do that role quite easily, what McTominay does, breaking up the play, moving the ball quickly. We've not even mentioned Van de Beek, but he can do that role. I've seen him do it. Like, he's a quality player, and he's got technical ability as well. So Ollie's choosing McTominay over him. That's on Ollie. It's not on McTominay. If he's getting selected, he's going to play, and he can only play to the best of his ability. His ability is a squad player, as you've mentioned. The same with Lingard. Regarding this transfer window in general, like, I've just looked at the date now. It's the 13th of January, bro. Right? We're practically halfway through. You know, as all United fans, 21 and 21, as we say.
21 and 20, top of the league.
Yes, can we get 21 and 21 in the chat? What?
Yeah, man.
But in terms of what we need moving forward, for me personally, I'm a bit disappointed with the book. Well, I say that very loosely. I'm not surprised, but I'm disappointed as well at the same time. We needed 2 more players, and we could have actually had a proper title challenge. Do you think that just fully illustrates how unambitious our board is, really?
We know what the board's like. So like you said there, this is why we're not shocked by the way they've moved. That being said, big up Free Midfield podcast also.
Yes,
I like the signings we've made. I give Ollie full credit for it all the time. I love the squad that we have. We have a top quality squad. You know what I'm saying? Our squad is top quality. Yes, there can be improvements made, but if you look at Liverpool, you people would say the best team in the league, there's improvements that can be made on their squad. Or if you think City are the best team in the league, there's improvements that can be made on their squad, and which they did. You can still add, say, City, you could add a striker in there to improve them, because we know Jesus is not good enough and Aguero is very injury prone. So yes, United can be improved upon. That being said, though, I wouldn't say if United don't win this league, it's because of lack of investment in the team. I don't think so. I'm going to keep saying this, and it's going to sound wild. It's because of the manager. This is the only reason we are not being taken serious. How are we top of the league with a game in hand? A potential.
No one is taking it serious. Not one set of fans.
No one's taking it serious. It doesn't matter if you're a Manchester United fan like we are, or you're a rival fan. Nobody believes Manchester. No one's taking us serious as genuine title contenders. The only person in the country I've seen genuinely be worried about us is Klopp, which is very strange to me. Because I'm like, nobody else is worried. Yeah, you're concerned. Yeah, me. Why are you concerned about us? If I'm him, I'm not fussed. I know we can go 6 points clear, but you're Jurgen Klopp. You're the defending Premier League champions. You won the Champions League the year before. You're going against the guy who has won nothing of note. Yet you're concerned and worried. And then you got City down the road who are currently winning. I think they're a bigger threat. But yet you're mentioning us.
Listen, those Klopp tears are beautiful. I've got to say, like, it's really cheered me up, you know, coming after the game and saying, if that was Bruno Fernandes or Man United, they'd have got a penalty. Shut up, man. Shut up.
You mentioned us.
Crying. Man's rattled, man. You know what it is? It's actually beautiful how rattled rival fans are and rival managers. You saw Pep Guardiola saying something similar about Man United. As you said,
I missed it. What did Pep say?
Pep just slagging us off as well, saying we get decisions and might not get X, Y, and Z penalties. Listen, it's not. When you guys get penalties, you miss them anyways. De Bruyne missed that one against Liverpool, so you relax Pep anyways.
He was looking for Sterling at the back post.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Morris missed the one last season as well, so you man chill out with your pen fucking calls, man. Absolute shit club. But it's funny, isn't it? Really, seeing Liverpool fans and Man City fans teaming up and obviously trying to come against Man United, like, with this bigger power, you know what going in there. These man,
these man hate us.
A 1 year rivalry that will team up against Man United. Just shut up, man.
Serious. They try to form and hate, man, innit? People try and hate on greatness. That's what it is.
Yes,
hate on greatness.
Man. That's why people hated on Jordan, man. Basically, Jordan, you guys are some dead team, man. You guys relax. We got Golden here. My favorite songs, 21 seconds and 21 questions. Why? Because 21 in 21.
There we go.
Listen,
21 in 21.
21 games left as well. We're playing the scum. But listen, for all this, just to finish off, Liverpool game. What are your thoughts, bro? Just briefly going into that one, man. How are you feeling?
Very interested to see the lineup that Oli picks. Very interested to see how he approaches it. Does he go with an offensive lineup and try and play on the front foot? Does he go with a defensive lineup and try and counter attack? Or does he go with a moderate lineup? What formation does he play? Does he go with the 4-2-3-1? Does he go back to McTominay and Fred? Does he go 3 at the back, which we've done? I think both games last season we played 3 at the back. I might be mistaken, but I know away at Anfield, I think we went 3 at the back. And we kind of did well. So normally I have no idea. Yeah, man, big up Ali, innit? Usmaan, my guy, Karl, man's here. I'm very interested to see how Oli lines up because normally I have no idea anyway. But in a game of this magnitude, with all this pressure added onto it, what does he do? Because a draw is a good result for us. Yeah. I think, you know what? That being said, I think a draw is a good result for both teams. Not at the time. I think for Klopp and Liverpool fans, I think at that moment in time, drawing against us, they'll be mad. But like if they win their next 2 games after that, it's not a big issue. You're only 3 points behind. So I think a draw suits everyone. But I hope we go for it and play aggressive and on the front foot. Not gung-ho, because we know Liverpool are quality, but their defense isn't the best. I think, is Matip fit? I know Van Dijk's out, Gomez is out.
I don't know if Matip is fit. Matip normally plays well against us, but obviously Henderson started the last game, didn't he? Centre back, which...
It could be Matip Henderson. It could be Matip and Fabinho alongside Trent. Just stick Rashford on Trent. We know defensively he's not the best. Let's put these men under pressure. That's what I'm saying. Let's go there and put these men under pressure.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, I hear that completely. Look, for me personally, right, I think a draw is a better result for us, obviously, because it'll keep us top. It would also be Liverpool have won a game in 4. If they draw that game as well. So psychologically, they're going to start, you know what Liverpool fans are like, they're going to start putting petitions out and shit. You know, obviously, everyone's against us. They're not letting us win this year. They were letting us win last year. Why is no one throwing the ball in their own net? Come on, you know what I mean? One of them was, everyone's against us and all that shit. So we want to get the petitions ready for Klopp's tears in the end of the game. Look, for me personally, I don't really give a shit about the lineup, but I do, obviously. But in terms of the approach, every single one of these guys needs to be wanting to die on the pitch because this game means a lot to the fans and it should mean a lot to the players. You know, they fought against Burnley, which I was surprised about because normally against these kind of teams, we always lose that physical battle. Like of recent times, we've lost the physical battle and we didn't lose it yesterday. So that was definitely a massive step in the right direction. For me personally, having thought about what you said earlier, their midfield is nothing special. There's nobody there. Like they're all playing in centre back for me.
It's just Thiago. He's the one.
And obviously Thiago's on the. You know, Thiago's going to probably get injured anyway. So we'll just get onto him and just get on watch him score and scream, you know. But just get onto Thiago, and then they've got literally no creativity. Obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend to save his life. Rashford's already violated him with a chop already, and then one more time for the boys in it. So yeah, I hear that, man. Listen, let's get let's see what Jerry's saying. A lot of positivity in this chat, you know. People like win only or stop. Man City winning currently. Yeah, we see Man City winning.
Man said win only. You know, it's tough place to go. You know,
Jerry's not having anything.
Big up Jerry.
Ali saying, I told Saeed that we should be up for the title at the start of the season, and he laughed. I got a screenshot of that.
Hey,
I don't think Saeed cares, bro.
Like, yeah, Ali, you just need to relax, though. We are only in January, you know what I'm saying? And that.
We're starting to sound a bit like Arsenal fans, I've got to be honest. Yeah. You know, when Arsenal notoriously would be at top of the table, well, not every time, but they'll be at top of the table in January, and then they'll have that February, like they always do every single year. And Mans will finish fourth under Wenger, and you'll be like, oh, but there you go. That's the Arsenal we're flipping out. Oh, Man City, exactly. Mr. Ben.
Oh, just speaking of that, you just spoke that into existence and that. You just spoke that into existence talking about that. You spoke that into existence talking about.
Oh shit! Listen, Man United 21 boys. We were actually saying that not so long ago. You don't matter about Pez, you missed him, and Stanley's missed it. Oh my god!
That being said, though, about Manchester United, yes, we are here banter saying 21 and 21. I'm fully aware of the tough task at hand and what Manchester United would have to do to win this league. I've said this before and I say this again. I've said it on every platform I'm on. I've said it on my Twitter. I believe Manchester United can win this league title? No. But is that going to stop me from riding this till the wheels fall off? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying this while it lasts. It could be all over on Sunday. You know what I mean? This time next week, we could be second. But hey, if we go 6 points clear, the banner's going up. Fever pitch. Yeah. Fever pitched. If we win I love winning at Anfield anyway. You know what I mean? They're the number one ups. That's the fixture I always look for first when the fixtures drop away at Anfield. I hate them lot with a passion.
Bro, I hate them.
Hate them lot with
anytime someone's giving Liverpool praise, it makes me physically sick. Like, why are you praising them? Oh, Liverpool, to be fair, they've been next. Shut up, man. No, they haven't, man. Their team.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why we're saying that their team's better than 08, man. Nah, come on, man.
Yeah. City's fixtures are nice for them. They're worried. You know what I mean? City, they're a big concern. But like I said, I don't see us winning this league. But I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. And I'm just glad and happy we are in the conversation. That's what I'm happy about.
100%, man. That's the most important thing. And I just want to finish on this last point here. Yeah. Well, not this one. I just want to get this on anyway. Coach is asking me how Moose is doing. Moose is all right, Coach. He's alive. I don't worry. He'll be back on soon. Moose is our resident, regular Arsenal fan. He's not been on for a few weeks. Obviously, he's been through a lot in it with Arsenal.
They win that sport, though. So
I know exactly. So surprisingly, he's still not been on. But you know, it's one of them ones, isn't it? Oh, we're winning games. I'm still not coming on. But he was really hiding in it. That's what it was, isn't it? He's just trying to blend it out a bit and trying to make it look legit and that. But yeah, Cody, he'll be back, man. He's good, man. Obviously, lives in the end, so I chat to him regularly. But this one here to finish on a bit of positivity. The dressing room would have been buzzing, guys, throwing bodies and blocking. Just to finish off, man. Listen. Okay, granted, I hear what you're saying regarding we're probably not going to win it. I was happy to be in the conversation, so to speak. But you can't deny that the team chemistry at the moment and the flipping sheer desire to get over the line yesterday, it's admirable. And something's definitely different in that sense, isn't it?
Because you know what? Them man probably believe it. Even though I don't believe it, they probably look around the squad and see the talent around them and be like, yeah, don't get mistaken, people. I don't think United can't win this title because of the players. I've said this. I think the squad is very good and they can see that. Like I seen Luke Shaw get clattered into yesterday and he knew he was going to get clattered. I respect that. By his saving tackle against Villa and they all hugged around him. Yes, something is happening and they're probably confident. United have won, I don't know how many games. When's the last time we won?
I think we've won 21 points out of possible 23 away from home.
Yeah, away from home, our form's good.
That's
the same game we've not lost in a long time. I think it's been like 2. I think Arsenal.
It's like 11 or 12 games.
Winning breeds confidence. So they're probably confident. Players are back. Pogba's playing well. Everybody's fit. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's fit. Everyone's playing well. They're going into each game confident. And they probably see Klopp saying what he's saying and Pep seeing what he's saying and Liverpool dropping points. And they probably take confidence from that. Plus, the pressure's not on them. I've said this. All the pressure on Sunday is on Liverpool because we shouldn't be in this situation. We're not supposed to, if you talk to fans, rival fans, mainstream media, or pundits, etc., no one had Manchester United in a title race. But yet we are in a title race. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, no, listen, for me personally, I completely agree with you. All the pressure is definitely on Liverpool. You know, like I said, they're meant to be the best team in football history. So, you know, them mans are going to step up and be counted for now, really. In terms of us personally, I was just in the comment of Bailey blocked 3 yesterday. You got that important block against Aston Villa as well, right at the last kick of the game. Yes. And look, not just him, Maguire, everyone's been putting their bodies in the line. As you mentioned, Luke Shaw as well, when he got clattered in the box for that header, he was never winning that. And I was so happy that I was happy it's okay, but I was so happy that he got clattered and you just went for it because that's what you need. That's what you need, bravery, man. And that's what's going to win us the 3 points. And we've been digging in deep and getting the bloody results, so that's the main thing. Long may flipping continue. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow with another podcast. Also got a special video with the homie Flying Pig HD. Finally collabed. I've known this guy since God knows how long, but hopefully flipping if he's still available, we should be seeing a preview with myself and him. He's probably going to be slagging off Liverpool because he fucking hates Liverpool. He hates Liverpool.
I don't even know the guy and I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen.
They're the number one up in it. Even when they were flying and they were down there, that's always the game I look to. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact this is a even bigger game because of the positionings in the league. Yeah. But yo, big up everyone who's locked in. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Get Usmaan, you get me, to 1K subscribers and that.
Yeah, 1 million. I'm a few off 1 million. That's cool.
Yeah, we're going to get there. And we're going to get there. You work hard. And as I always tell you, man, blessed for having me on your platform, man.
Absolute pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure to Flawless and obviously Clone 2.2. Listen, Flawless, tell the band where they can find you. Surely they know where they can find you, but if they don't.
Yeah, people, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless. Make sure you follow me on both those platforms, and then you'll see all the shows and everything I'm involved in. And YouTube, Sarcasm City TV. We literally go live every day. Big up the United Way. Big up Ali, I think it was, who said he rates the analysis.
Yeah, Ali.
Big up to you too, innit? Yeah, Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. We do watch-alongs to Manchester United games. We got Manchester United. We got all types of shows on there. Manchester United shows, Manchester City show, Arsenal show, music show, current affairs show where we just chop the shit, everything in it. Just get locked in, and when you hit the notification bell, you'll see all the shows on there. Sarcasm City TV, people.
Yes. Make sure you show him love, as he's already mentioned. You know, everyone here within this sort of community works really hard. As I've already said, tomorrow, a very good podcast with Alice. We've got Neil and obviously the homie Coach is going to be on. Obviously got the preview coming up, and on Friday got a very special video with my good friend Hayden. We're going to be talking about racism in football, mental health, and obviously a couple of the important matters such as that. Anyways, Aaron's details are down below also, in case you did join us a bit later on. Aaron was here also. His details are down below in the description. Make sure you go and show him love for obviously coming on and just coming onto the platform and saying what go on. Basically just slagging off the rival team. That's what you got to do. 100%. Obviously following on Usmaan Talk United. We've got the fan calling show after Liverpool. Please be in good spirits, because otherwise it's going to be a lonely show. But listen, get yourselves involved. Follow the Twitter. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It's been your boy, Usmaan. We'll be back tomorrow.